Hello there, Confessions of a Madman. I'm bored, so I thought I'd try something. I don't really know too much about credit cards, but I'm pretty decent with managing money. So I've always had a debit card, and I always wanted a credit card. But nobody would give me a credit card because I had no credit. And I couldn't build credit because nobody would give me a credit card. So how was I supposed to get a credit card if nobody would give me a credit card because I had no credit? And I couldn't get credit because nobody would give me a credit card. Nobody would co-sign for me, so I couldn't ever get a hold of a credit card. Anyway, I went to my bank, US Bank, and they said I was pre-qualified to get a credit card. So I said, okay, I'll try it. So they ran my credit. I didn't get the credit card. A few months later, the same lady actually, she asked me again as if she had forgotten that she asked me last time. She said, hey, you're eligible to get a credit card. And I said, you told me that last time and you ran it and they denied me. But I figured, what do I have to lose? I have no credit, so the hit can't lower my score that much anyway, or whatever you want to call it. I really saw nothing that I had to lose, only something to gain. So then she ran my credit and I got approved for a $1,000 limit. So I got my first credit card. Like I said, I had no experience with credit or anything like that, but I did have a debit card for a very, very long time. And I had my fair share of overage. Whenever I would go over my limit, I would have to pay a fee. I paid hundreds, maybe even a couple thousand or a few thousand in fees over the years. So I learned to maintain my debit card and never go close to an overage fee again. So whenever I got my credit card, I had decided to treat it like a debit card. Because I've heard horror stories, ever since I was a little kid, about people treating their credit card like it has no limit or it'll never run out, or spending more money than they could pay off. So I had decided to treat my credit card like a debit card. I did a little bit of homework, and I was under the assumption that you were always going to pay some sort of percentage to use the credit card, but I found out that I was wrong. As long as you pay off the full amount before it's due, which is a month, you have 1 month to pay off everything that you spend, then you actually don't pay any interest. So I decided to pay off all of my amount before it was due every single month. And I just kept doing that. So then, and I did a little bit of research. The credit card that they gave me didn't have any perks really, no bonus points or anything like that. So after doing some research, I decided that I wanted a Capital One Venture card. From what I understand, they give the most perks for traveling and baggage fees or whatever it would be. And they offered 2 times the mileage points. So I ended up going with them. If I find something better, then I'll have no trouble switching. The only con that I can find is there was a yearly maintenance fee. I can't remember if it's $70 or $90, but they now offer a venture card where there is no maintenance fee, and I can't remember if that came out after or I just didn't know about it. I think it did come out after I got my venture card. So I would definitely suggest that you get that one. The only bad thing about getting a venture card is you do need to score high enough. They don't just accept anybody. You need to have a high enough score. So with my US Bank card, it took me about 1 year to go from no credit score to getting a credit score high enough to apply for a venture card. So to be able to prove this and show you that I'm not just making stuff up, I'll show you on my phone right now. It'll just be 1 moment. Hold on. Let me unlock it. And bring up the application. Okay, so here it is. There's my bill. Show you that I have the rewards points and everything. Here's some transactions, going to restaurants, different things like that. So on the app, they have CreditWise. Go in there. My Wi-Fi is slow, so I'm going to turn on my data because it is a lot faster. I'm in a spot where I'm actually far away from the Wi-Fi. So my score is 779. Turn off my data, run off my Wi-Fi. On-time payments, 100%. Another thing is you don't want to come close to your maximum limit because that also lowers your credit score. So if you have a $1,000 limit and you're spending $1,000 all the time, that's going to hurt your score. Another thing that I would do is I wouldn't always wait to the end of the month to pay off my balance. Like if I used $500 and like 10 or 15 or 20 days, and I was going to be spending more money, I would pay off that $500 right away. And then it would just drop back down to zero. And then I would spend like another $500, or like if I was at a $900 limit and I wanted to spend more, like $500, then I would pay off that $900 and then I would put more on my credit card whenever I did have a $1,000 limit. So you can also do that too. You want to have, there's certain things you want to do. Once you open up a line of credit, don't ever close it because that will lower your credit score. Also, don't go asking a bunch of people for a credit card because each inquiry lowers your credit score, in case you didn't know that. In case you didn't know, this video is more for newbies or people that are having trouble with credit that may not know the basics. So basically, in short, just treat your credit card like a debit card. If you don't have money to pay off the bill right away, then don't use that money. Don't count on it coming in later. If you don't have it right now, don't spend it. So right now I'm going to go to my history, which is, I'll try and touch it right here. So this is my credit card history. It's 2017. You can see here's previous year, 2016. So I was at 763. April, it was at 761. It actually went up to 781, and then I ended up spending a lot of money, close to the top of my max. So like I said, don't be spending close to the top of your maximum credit card limit, because it went from 781 down to 725. That's a big jump. In October it went back up to 789, and this is 2015. I can't remember, I think I got it in 2014. This is my Venture card. I got my US Bank card in 2014. I got my Venture card, like I said, a year later in 2015. So my score was 752 when I got it. It went to 753 from June to July. So always making on-time payments. Your score doesn't go up that high that fast. It takes a very long time for it to go up, and it almost takes no time for it to drop down. So that's my advice for the day. Proof that I showed you that from 2015, 16, and 17, that you can make your credit score go up. Just get a debit card. Learn how to manage your money. Get a credit card. Don't spend money that you don't have. Don't go close to the limit. If you're getting close, pay it off right away, and then just build it back up and pay it off. I've actually never, ever paid 1 penny of interest. Not once have I ever paid any interest. and my credit score is not close to the top. I think it goes up to 880. So it's not even at 800 yet, but still, for never paying any interest and not having any credit, going from 0 almost to 800 isn't too bad. Thanks for watching.